Alright guys, we just had a little sort of break there just to get a few things
cleared
up and stuff. I have just been confirmed that there is a charity sort of thing that one of my friends is doing. Nothing to do with wrestling. It's for a 8-year-old boy who is currently suffering with terminal cancer. We have. Well, I'm going to suggest now to Side Splitter, who is hopefully going to be watching this when I put it up, if we could do a show and let him come and bring a bucket with him, and with any sort of if you got any change or anything, everything helps. Every little, I'm going to end up copyrighting Tesco here, but every little helps. Everything, all is good for a good cause. So anyway, dude, what else got you into going off that slightly? I will be coming back onto that, but what actually got you into wrestling and inspirations and stuff?
Like I said, watching people like The Undertaker and The Streak at WrestleMania, that kind of stuff. Just watching it for the first time, I think.
Unbelievable moment.
The first match I ever watched was something to do with Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
I can't exactly remember the match, but I think the first match I ever saw had Kurt Angle in it. I remember as a young kid being a die-hard Rey Mysterio fan.
Rey Mysterio, we was very good Rey Mysterio fans as well when we were younger.
I karate and every gun out, and he only didn't know.
He screamed out to the children, and I guess that's what drew me in, watching Rey Mysterio, the ultimate underdog, that kind of stuff.
Well, the wrestlers who got us into it really was Rey Mysterio, Jeff Hardy, The Undertaker, John Cena, there was Goldberg, Kurt Angle, there's Mick Foley.
Rock.
Good old tribute to Mick Foley here with a checkered red and black top on here. Bang bang to you, my friend.
Copyright.
Just Ultimo Dragon, international talent. You've got nowadays, because of Ultimo Dragon and obviously other Japanese wrestlers, you got Shinsuke Nakamura.
Sin Cara.
Sin Cara is actually Mexican. You've got Kalisto from Mexico. You've got all sorts of wrestlers coming all over the globe because of legends like them back in the day. And
if you want to talk about a legend and an innovator, somebody who you wouldn't expect to hold a big championship, who made it better for smaller, skinnier guys to get noticed as talent by the WWE, was CM Punk. And I know the WWE don't like talking about him because he walked out, but if you look at the stature of CM Punk compared to your people like Brock Lesnar and your John Cena, your Roman Reigns, he was much different, and he is another inspiration because it made people like Kevin Owens, who, as you can tell, no offense to Kevin Owens, is a great wrestler, he's not in the best of shape, and he's already been a top champion for 6 or 7 months.
Yeah, I know what you mean, dude.
Being the second ever WWE Universal Champion. Finn Balor being the first.
Yeah.
You look at Finn Balor, and he's a great talent, but he doesn't have the stature of most top guys you see in the main title picture.
Yeah.
And it's because of the big part of that is because of CM Punk.
Yeah, I know where you're coming from, dude, and it's unbelievable how wrestling has just escalated over the years, and they do say the best fans in the best fans in the world are wrestling fans, which is damn right true. Anyone who is a fan of wrestling, they're just the most awesomest fans and things like that.
The question is, who inspired you?
Well, who inspired me? It's hard to say. I'll give you a list of a few people that inspired me to get into it. There was Finn Balor.
I'll give you one big one that's inspired your character in SWF, and that's no doubtably Crimson being inspired by Finn Balor.
There's Finn Balor, there's Sting, there's Undertaker, there's Cactus Jack, which is Mick Foley. There's Terry Funk, Jeff Hardy inspired me. Goldberg. There was seriously a few mentioned like names out of that list that has inspired me to get into the wrestling and
my character
everything.
were mostly based on like my character's most because like I don't class myself as like I'm not a high flyer, but not like proper muscles. But I got inspired from a bit of like Jeff Hardy cross with shit, a bit with Kane because like I don't know, it's just one of them, isn't it?
Yeah, it is one of those, to be honest. But no,
I've got a really big question here for everybody in this podcast. Who is
asking me questions?
the current wrestler from anywhere you watch that inspires you the most at this moment in time?
Fucking hell.
Kane.
Well, for you, it's Kane.
Kane.
For me, there's not just one wrestler, to be quite honest with you. The main wrestler, I'll be honest, is even though he's only just come back, is Finn Balor.
Of course.
But there's also like Cactus Jack back in the day, like Mick Foley, and also
I did say current.
Yeah, I know what you mean, current wrestler. But I'm watching the videos. Like I just, it is hard to say, but I think the main guy that does really inspire me at the moment is.
It's hard when you got
It is Finn Balor. To be fair, it is Finn Balor.
See, mine at the moment, probably whether I'll let you know the reason why I do want to hold the United States Championship is because the biggest inspiration for me to be a wrestler at the moment, and the person that I associate myself with the most,
Kevin Owens,
not being in the great wrestling shape, is Kevin Owens.
What a guess!
It's Junior. He's Junior.
He is the Junior. He is Kevin King, not Kevin Owens.
He's like a Sheffield rip-off of Kevin Owens, except he's Junior.
Sheffield rip-off. I'm not from Sheffield. I don't live in Sheffield.
Barnsley rip-off.
Rotherham, actually.
Rotherham. Fucking Yorkshire rip-off.
Oh,
so you were wrong again.
You did get it right first time. It is Barnsley.
Ain't no wrong with Barnsley.
So, but yeah.
But the reason I call myself Kevin King is because I took Kevin from Kevin Owens and King from one of the greatest X Division wrestlers of all time from TNA, Kenny King.
Actually, I beg to differ on that one, dude. This is going to end up going from a podcast into a kind of slight little argument here, because to be quite honest with you, I think one of the greatest X Division wrestlers that was in TNA of all times, and he has been in since day one. The three, should I say? It was Low-Key, AJ Styles, and Jerry Lynn. They were the three best X Division wrestlers in the world, fighting for the first ever match in TNA. For the X Division Championship, and now you look at AJ Styles, and he was a WWE champion. In the short space he was actually there.
But as a heel myself in SWF, I'm going for the cocky, arrogant kind of style. Which, if you watch Kenny King and you watch Kevin Owens, that's how they carried themselves in their respective companies.
That is very, very true, my friend.
It's also Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes, when he had his dashing Cody Rhodes gimmick in WWE, if you listen to the lyrics of his theme song, that screams cocky and arrogant in itself. And if you watched him, he was cocky and arrogant.
I'm sick of you blowing smoke in my face, you prick. Anyway, but yeah, I know where you're coming from, and I do agree with what you're saying and everything. Going slightly, obviously, off the whole inspiration and stuff like that, like, thank you for giving us that and everything. Would you give me an estimated match card for Aftershock, should I say? Like, should I ask?
From what I can see now, for Aftershock, I know for a fact, and Lawrence, I know you're going to watch this. Do not subject to change the match.
It's always going to be subject to change, by the way, guys. It's always going to be subject to change.
Me and Jekyll 1-on-1 for the US Championship. That is on the card already. Lawrence, please don't change it.
He's begging now, please don't change it.
I
will go to church if you don't change it.
Please, sir, let everyone.
No, I don't think we can stretch that far to go to church.
I'll finger you.
Whoa, that was escalated very fucking quickly. Anyway, carry on.
Lawrence,
Oh, you
I watched Mark Dolan's, Dale's promo, and I don't know, because it's a bit of an iffy one, that. He wants to either face Psychosis for the Hardcore Championship, or he wants to face Side Splitter for the UK Championship, so...
I
don't know currently what's going on there.
I don't have a clue. Where do you think myself, Crimson, would be in the match card, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, obviously you're going to be in the match card, but I would seriously like to see you and the other half, Crisis, as the Notorious Demons, actually step into a tag team match, because I haven't seen you two in a tag team match, personally.
Well, I don't know about you, dude.
What, me and you?
Yeah, me and you.
Versus someone else.
I don't think it's going to happen. I think you're going to end up in a singles match. But I would really, on the card, like to see the Notorious Demons.
Here's all right. We'll take that in mind for a minute, Kevin King. Since we're going on a tag team sort of rush here, like there is a lot of tag team matches that are getting slung into this podcast at this moment in time.
Fucking sling our rolls.
How's about at Aftershock, the Demons, Crimson and Crisis versus Leo Libra and Jack Ripper in a tag team
Extreme Rules.
No. In a tag team Demons Den match, right? And if we've got the titles then we will put the titles on the line. But we are sick of you two
Passes my savage.
hurting every single... Passes what?
Hold on. John, get me my savage out.
Right? We are sick of you two going round... Ow, that hurt. We are sick of you two, right, hurting everyone after the match. Leo Libra in particular, for those who didn't watch, he ended up hurting James Weston's leg. Could be broken. We don't know if he was going to be there at Aftershock. We have seen Dante, even though me and him absolutely hate each other, didn't we? We hated him. Exactly.
I'm going
right? Even though we hated each other, you ended up hurting him. You smashed me across the back with a fucking chair, right? You ended up hurting the new Extreme Champion, by the way, guys. He has won the second annual Memorial Battle Royal, right? You ended up breaking his arm. So how's about we end you two, right? Because that is just bang out of order, to be quite honest with you. So how's about that? Side Splitter, you will be watching this. Please do that at Aftershock. 2-on-2, Demons Den match, right? And we will put the tag team championships on the line if we win those belts before Aftershock. Now I'm going to pass on to Crisis.
Leo fucking Libra. I will turn you inside out. I will stick a metal chair, Charlie the Cheese Grater, Kevin fucking Owens' little rip-off rubber. Well, rubber, fucking brother, whatever you want to call him. I'll turn you inside out and make you look like a fucking lion bar. And Jack the Ripper, I will make you ripping off with my 12-inch fucking... I rip you so hard, you'll be going to your mum asking for some fucking duct tape to sew you back together.
And here's the quotation, guys. You chat shit, you get banged, just ask your mother. Anyways, going off that. So, right, alright, sit down. It's alright, it's okay. Anyways, dude, so...
Can you wait a minute? I want to go on about that you said earlier about people like coming in after the match and just beating anyone. After Apocalypse, I spoke to Ryan, and that is actually something I forgot to talk about. That really pissed me off because the first Extreme Champion was crowned as Psychosis, and what happened was his spotlight as a new champion got ruined, and that seriously pissed me off.
That's an extreme face, isn't it?
Sorry, guys, for the connection problems. We do apologise for that.
Every match, the winner can never celebrate properly.
Well, this is why we are actually we are making the challenge at Apocalypse to stop that. So, as I say, Side Splitter, the Demons versus Leo Libra and Jack Ripper in a 2-on-2 Demons Den match at Aftershock. When you are watching this, please consider doing that, my friend. Anyways, dude, going on to one last thing before I have to sadly shut down Crimson's podcast again, number 2, hashtag number 2, with Crisis, with his little takeover, the little bastard. But yeah, the final thing I'd like to ask you is, besides the United States Championship, what other titles would you actually go for?
Well, obviously, not right now, but eventually I would like to be the top guy and hold the top title. To be honest, I would want to do a Chris Jericho and hold almost every title that there is to hold in SWF. And that's obviously going to take some time. But I could see myself, seriously, looking into the future, being the Chris Jericho type of guy and holding every championship at least once. The only championship that I can think of that eluded Chris Jericho, who is now on tour with Fozzy, was the WWE Championship. I don't think he ever held it.
He only held the Undisputed.
He only ever held the Undisputed and the WWF title, which is technically...
He's also held the World Heavyweight Championship, if you think about it. He held it, he beat the Undertaker in the Elimination Chamber, and he's held it before that.
Yeah.
But that's getting off the point. Seriously, I can see myself holding every championship, including the tag team championships at some point in a tag team. Maybe not for a long period of time, but at some point, I can see myself seriously holding every championship that I can get my hands on.
If you want to hold my belt, all I'm saying is I will put you through fucking hell.
Dude, it's a fucking podcast. We're having a casual conversation, not threatening each other, right?
I'm not.
If you want to fucking fight someone, I'll fight you. I'm not bothered, right? I'll take your belt from you. What are you going to do, you little bitch?
Ben, you do know this is not kayfabe, you know?
Jesus Christ, man. This is Crimson's podcast, right? On about casual wrestling conversation, asking other wrestlers, right, questions, and also throwing little, obviously, suggestions for matches and, like, stuff like that. And then you're just going off, like, you're wanting to war with everyone. You need to calm the fuck down. Roll your fag and calm the fuck down, alright?
I need it, man.
Yeah, no, you could calm the fuck down. But yeah,
I think at the moment he just wants to literally, physically get into an actual fight with somebody.
I'll fight him. But no, anyway, guys, this has been... Thank you, Kevin King, for being on today's Crimson podcast. I will be doing this, as I said last time, every week. I'll be doing 2 videos, obviously. I'll be doing it on a Thursday and a Saturday. But thank you guys again for watching. Thank you, Kevin King, for being on the Crimson podcast. And thank you, Crisis, even though he wanted to fucking fight everyone. This has been Crimson, and we will see you next time.